Let's use again, going back to the basic, use what's inside here.
And don't be influenced easily.
Yeah.
Simple as
Herd mentality is not the one.
Yo, what rap you
Yes.
Guess who's back?
Hey, yo, it's your boy H in the crib.
And your boy Zoo.
Mar. Emphasis on the Mar.
Nigga.
Stop playing with me, bro.
Stop playing with me.
I bet. But we're shooting in the afternoon, so good afternoon. Today we're going to be looking at, it says how barbaric. So I saw this, I followed this lady because she has quite wholesome content in terms of perspective and opinions, right?
Yeah.
I find myself sort of like there's affinities, right? So I saw this and I thought it would be nice. It looks controversial, I guess.
Yeah, the thing.
Yeah, because it
title
says
itself.
yeah, it says
Barbaric.
it was someone being attacked, the owner of a lodge or something like that being attacked. I don't know why, right? So obviously we follow, drop a like, and yeah, let's see what's happening.
Are the thoughts and beliefs you hold really your own, or are they just a mix of everything others have ever told you? Do you truly have your own opinions, or are you just echoing what's been drilled into you? No matter.
Yeah, that's always been like a thing for me. I mean, if you think about it, when you're born, you're taught about religion, you're taught about how to interact with other human beings, you're taught what is right, what is wrong per se, and then you are also told, okay, this is how you're supposed to live life.
Yeah. No, but
Social conditioning.
yeah, I feel like we that's why there's a society, right?
Yeah, but that's
in a society there's always there has to be a certain term of social conditioning. We like it or not, but it is gonna happen because there's things that, as if you live socially, there'll be things that will be accepted.
No, but
and there'll be things that will not be accepted. But it's up to you as a human being to pick which one is actually the right thing. Not because it's been drilled into your head, but because you have a soul, right? You have a mind.
Yeah, but that's her question. Like, is really what you do, the small things that you do in terms of religion and all of that, are those really your decisions, or rather social conditioning that has driven you to that path? That's the question.
No, definitely social conditioning.
Exactly.
Where your views come from, you're the one who'll face the consequences they bring. December 16th, 2024, the owner of a resort in Orkney in the northwest, Mark Hanscom, was stabbed by guests who did not want to adhere to the rules of the establishment.
What the heck?
Yeah, I got stabbed.
That no hubbly bubbly was allowed.
So you were stabbed because
There's no.
the law in this establishment says no hubblies.
No shisha
But
in a
so
way.
that means people wanted to smoke shisha and they smoked the shisha. Wow, that's just
No,
okay.
but
Now,
this is
okay, let's hear it.
Let's hear what it is.
Imagine this. You leave your house to go to an establishment that has rules and regulations, and when those rules just do not sit well with you, instead of leaving, which is your right to do, you choose violence against the owner who is enforcing the rules of his establishment. How barbaric is that? But
Yeah, no, that's just crazy. I mean, when you're entering an establishment, the rights of admission is reserved,
Bro.
given that you adhere to the rules and regulation of the, you know what I mean?
And I don't think, Brad, a way to resolve problem is always.
Let's get more context.
Yeah.
Let's get more context. Let's see what.
But in short, I can confirm that the 53-year-old victim was stabbed numerous times during confrontation between himself, he is the owner of the resort, and some of the people that were actually visiting the day resort for the day. So the information that we have is that, remember, the day resort also have their own rules, and some of
Yeah, I mean, it's normal. if there's an establishment will have its own rules. Given that you are going in there, you have to adhere. I mean, it's quite simple. It's not rocket science. It's really not rocket science.
Rules that included that you are not allowed to bring one of these hubbly bubblies onto the premises. And that's what allegedly happened, is that these suspects they were using a hubbly bubbly. So they were warned twice by some of the employees to please stop utilizing it and using it. And that's when the people started getting aggressive.
Wait, what is a hablu babu? Is it the shisha or is it like those other cool?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Semantics.
No, bro.
Different way of saying the same thing.
No, but the one that you carry and smoke. how do
Does
you
it
call
really?
again?
Does it vape?
Ah.
Those are two
Is
different
the
things.
hablu babu a vape?
No, it's not the same.
The
Bro.
shisha
It's not
actually.
the same. It's not the same.
Oh, just double checking on that.
Then the employee went to the owner and called him, and he went there the third time. And that's when we see all hell break loose and this physical confrontation started.
Is that the response to expect from grown adults these days? You are told to stop doing something, and your best response is to throw your toys out of the cot like a baby.
I mean, this is just crazy. It looks like it's a swarm of people, and they're all
Bruh.
beating one person.
I don't know, bro.
Okay. Oh no. What? No, guys, this is not right. And there are people throwing whistles in the background.
Nah. You know, bro, that's what I'm saying, but
No.
I personally don't think you can resolve your issues by fighting, bro. If you feel this way and you're in somebody's establishment, but the simplest thing you can do if they irritate you, you leave, bro. There's no need to go and fight.
I'm pretty sure.
people.
My thing is like, even as the lady of the channel said, I mean, I'm pretty sure it was on the rules as you come into the establishment
Yeah,
that these things are not allowed.
Yeah.
You are warned twice, and you still that's just
Nah, that's not right, bro. Let's see what's happening, bro. So who had the nunchuck?
Why is everyone pulling him? Like, what's happening is that no one trying to intervene, or I'm really, and is it me or everyone else is kind of black and he's the only white dude here? It's only that lady that's what? Oh my god, no.
Ooh.
This shows how entitled people are these days, refusing to respect the
I mean, yeah, we don't really need to hear what she says here because that's just crazy. We're just gonna fast forward that.
No,
That
I
is
wanna
just
hear what she wanted to
outrageous.
say.
No, but I mean, it's quite basic, bro, dude. My thing is, bro, how do you explain that type of behavior?
But it's.
What does that say about society?
Now, how do you get?
Was allegedly attacked with a sharp object on the 16th of December at Hanscom Resort. The incident reportedly stemmed from a dispute over the use of a hubbly-bubbly on the premises.
And just like that, you have to worry about getting a lawyer to represent you. Just like that, you've subjected yourself and your family to unnecessary court cases and trials. Just like that, you have a criminal record that will affect you in everything you do in life. A foolish decision made in the fog of groupthink has terrible lifelong consequences.
But I mean, having a acting out like that, that's just. I mean, even if you're in a group, doesn't mean that you now have to.
Yeah, I don't think the group would actually influence you to be violent at that point. Yeah.
Nah.
Because how did you even get in there with a knife in the first place?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's probably like a result or something. So you can get, they probably got it with a knife
probably
and
got
bribe.
the knife and
But then
bribe
how
and
do you
stuff.
take the knife and go stab someone? That just says that society is just crazy.
That could have easily been avoided by humility, critical thinking,
Exactly
and
what I was
simply
saying.
walking away.
Three suspects between the ages of 30 to 40 years old will be making their first court appearance here in
And listen to that, it's 30 to 40 year
40
olds.
years old, bruh.
People that you expect to be in the most sane mind.
Bruh, you the one that's supposed to lead the youth, bruh, to like a better, to like, how do I say, to become better parents or better
Better
grown-ups,
people, bro.
bruh, be better people. And bear in mind, by kids, just like you say, you get conditioned, and what kids sees at a certain time, but when I think it's normal because they have seen somebody doing it. So you are the one that need to show people like, nah, bruh, this is not how it's supposed to be. Because if you're 30, bruh, come on, at least try to
Yeah,
be
so
as
what do you have to
responsible
say?
as you can.
That's just crazy.
Orkney after they handed themselves over to the Northwest Police following that violent altercation
they ended
between
up
the
themselves.
long-time
That was
owner
mature.
of the holiday resort here in Orkney. There has been much speculation about what started this altercation and also what followed afterwards, specifically on social media. But what we do know so far and what police have confirmed is that the violent attack stemmed from the guests bringing onto the premises a hubby-bubby or an orca pipe, if you'd like, which is an object that
Yeah, but here they're repeating the same. We already know that. That's perfectly fine.
But we need to hear all the details of it.
No, there's no other detail other than that. What was the, I guess the oil, the ignition to the problem was they brought on something onto the premises that is not allowed. They were warned twice, and they opted not to listen, and they.
But this is what is allegedly being said. It's not-
Yes, I mean for them to hand themselves in, if you think that they already finalized that there's something wrong that they did.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only like mature thing that they did.
After, but that's
That's
post.
like post.
We are talking about people being in the right minds now.
Which is crazy.
While many South Africans don't even know what that holiday commemorates, they have
charges of attempted murder.
This awful incident happened on the 16th of December, a public holiday in South Africa known as Day of Reconciliation. While many South Africans don't even know what that holiday commemorates, they have turned it into a day of getting drunk, behaving irresponsibly, and wasting time and money.
Yeah.
Technically, I also thought it's just party day.
No, I
People
mean,
link up, bro.
People, I think it's called now National Bride Day or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But dude, like people, any holiday is considered a holiday to celebrate. You drink. It's more like so.
Because drinking
That's
is
nothing
part
new.
of it, bro.
That's nothing new.
Yeah, like drinking is part of it.
No.
But the fact that it was made like Reconciliation Day and this like
Yeah, 'cause-
two people from like different race from whites we see, yeah.
Because it was exactly because of apartheid.
Yeah, and that was
You know?
Reconciliation Day. So technically on that day you're not supposed to be fighting.
It's not on that day, fam.
Yeah.
Similar to how they treat many other public holidays in December in its entirety. It may have become common, but it's actually very sad and something we need to look into. Mob mentality and behavior is not something new, but the more civilized we become, the more we expect it to decline. But with influence,
Imagine we had that mob mentality but to win, bro. No,
Yeah,
just
but-
a positive way, bro. That would
Exactly.
be crazy.
All mob mentalities are for the most craziest. But again, this is just outrageous for me. I don't know.
God
I can't see myself in my sane mind just
damn. Doing something like that, but that's why I say if you're doing some mob, but let's mob up to go become rich, but let's
build
invest
our
into one another,
communities,
bruh, build a community,
dude,
teach one another.
educate. Yeah,
This
look
is the
at
kind of mobbing that
and
we
obviously let's it's fine.
Influential voices such as politicians and celebrities constantly drilling hatred, division, lies, and fear into the citizens, the likelihood of such incidents occurring rises. And you will not see the usual race hustlers calling this barbaric act out. Check yourself. What beliefs are you walking around holding on to? You could just be a ticking time bomb, a dynamite waiting to be ignited. Get rid of those hateful beliefs and ideologies. Stop echoing the nonsensical narratives that make you view your fellow citizen as an animal or an
Damn, stop echoing the sentiment, the barbaric sentiment that make you view your fellow citizen as an animal.
Yeah. She has some strong
No, I
strong
mean,
points.
she's
though.
saying quite. I mean, hey, dude, that's a very sensitive topic. You know, it's a very sensitive topic. But then again, yeah, the country went through apartheid, so there's always going to be that slight animosity between. You know what I mean? But hey, dude, there's no right or whatsoever to go do something like that. That is just, yeah. But
Wow, bro.
an alien. Because if you don't, you are desensitized to their humanity. And once you're desensitized, you are more willing and likely to stab, shoot, and hurt that fellow human.
That's exactly what I told you. But if
Mm.
kids and the young generation keep seeing things like this recurring, but they're just gonna see it normal, like it's a normal thing, and that's what you just said.
yeah, but yeah, exactly. But I mean, for those guys, you can't even bring. This is not even about bringing politicians in or what you taught in
There's
school.
no politics.
Innately,
or
you
anything.
as a human being.
There's no politics.
Come on.
There's no politics in this one, but you as a human being, you repeat what you see.
Yes,
A
the
little-
kids.
a little,
Yes.
a little bit of what you are is what you've been taught, what you've seen, what you've heard.
What
That-
is
that's who
your
constitute-
immediate environment?
That's who constitute who you are.
Yeah.
So if
But then again, you always have choices as you grow up.
that's what I'm saying. You have choices.
These are
Understand, like,
40-year-old
peop-
men.
People do take choices. You understand? But there's some choices that you wouldn't take, no matter if you suffer out like crazy. You wouldn't take those choices. But
Yeah,
there's
there's a
people who
reason
take
why.
those choices.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, because of the environment,
human nature.
who you will not human nature and your ability to grow up and decide to be like a normal human
Yeah,
being
you're
from what
right. You
you've
can either
learned.
choose right or wrong, and not everyone's
throughout everything that you've learned and you've seen to be a certain human being. So it's up to us also to be a bit responsible and some shit.
That's what we're trying, but they obviously opted not to.
Not to, bro. The only responsible
They
thing
chose
they
to be
did
right.
is to go and hand
This
themselves
is
in, bro.
it's
That's the only
crazy to know that.
responsible thing.
Yo,
Desensitized to their humanity. And once you're desensitized, you are more willing and likely to stab, shoot, and hurt that fellow human. That's how the farmers who killed their farm workers and threw them into pigsties managed to do so.
Where two employees on the farm are going to be appearing. Zachariah Olivier, Rudolph Devet, and William Musora, accused of killing two women whose decomposing bodies were then found on Olivier's farm in the Sibayeng area. It's believed the bodies were being fed to pigs.
That's how the Hutus killed their countrymen, the Tutsis, while not back.
and I would like to put an assumption forward with the notion that those two women that were killed were black.
Yeah.
So do you see the gray line in between the
Very like,
hence I'm
wow.
saying there'll always be that slight animosity,
No, that's
because of the past. It's sort of like you can never tie away the past from the present and the present to the future. Those
Yeah.
things coexist.
They do coexist, and there's some people who
Mhm.
just have never gotten over it, bruh. And bear in mind, bruh,
Also, there's-
if the guy himself who committed the crime was like, let's say 70 or 80, bruh, and apartheid finished only 30 years ago. So in
But
40
is-
years,
but is it
wait,
finished?
Wait. In 40 years of his entire life, bruh, he lived it as in apartheid, bruh.
Yeah.
So a human
It
being,
would be
an
very hard
adult
for him to change.
who've been a racist for 40 years of his life, it's not just gonna wake up one day and change, bruh. A kid will understand, okay, cool. A kid, as you grow up, you get drilled certain things, you get to understand certain things. But as an adult, bruh, if you 50 or 60, you were a racist, and all of a sudden, because the
there's no
sign on
way
paper,
out,
you're not a
yeah.
racist anymore.
Yeah.
Nah, that's kind of
That's
very
imaginary,
hard, bruh.
imaginary thinking.
Bruh, I personally think like there's some people could do it. I'm not saying nobody would do it, but
That's very-
it's very like it's
Because,
very hard.
I mean-
you're an adult, right? It's very hard for you to drill this idea out of your head. Bruh.
Yeah, because my thing is also, I mean, if we're talking about racism, there's still systemic racism that's now in obviously the economical sector and maybe some part of the social fabric and so forth, right? But then also, you need to look at, hey, dude, it's a sensitive, because again, it's black people attacking the black man, the white man, and then those white farmers killing 2 black women, and then yeah.
We just need to work it out.
Batting an
Oh
eyelid.
yes, the point that I was going to put, it kind of like is that there is a constant reminder, because it was just changed from one form to the other, right? So it went into the fabric of what constitutes of the world that we live in now, the economical sector, the social fabric, and so forth, right? But then now, back then, they still remind us. Even now, there's still statues that stand that remind people of the past, and it becomes quite vivid, you know. So that's just crazy.
In Rwanda,
100 days of death and desperation. Rwanda's dark past still present in the minds of so many. On April 7th, 1994, Hutu extremists turned.
So guys, yeah, I mean,
So talking about this, I think Rwanda managed to fix this problem because it's a tribal problem. It was mostly a tribal problem. It was not a racial problem. So what they did, they told everybody that we are just black, we all Rwandese. There's no tribe, there's no, oh, you are Luba, no, you are Zulu, or you are Memba, or you are whatever. If you live in Rwanda and you're Rwandese, that's what you are. So it's actually fixed a little bit of this. It did fix some of this problem. I don't know. I've never been in Rwanda or some shit like that, but I heard they don't kill each other anymore after that.
but I mean also, like if you remember, the first question she posed when the video started is, are your thoughts your thoughts?
No, you've
So-
been conditioned.
Right, you know what I mean? So it just shows how gullible people are in terms of the mental sort of like capacity to evaluate their own decision.
Yeah.
You are taught this, because I mean, it was then again somebody saying, hey, listen, these are Tutsis, these are Hutus.
Yes.
Those people are not for you. You have to take machetes and you go chop them up.
And they did the same thing to the other side.
You know what I mean? Which is spreading propaganda.
Yeah.
People are gullible. I think moral of the story is people are
People
gullible.
are very gullible, and you need to be able to have your thoughts of your own. Bro.
Yeah, just sit and evaluate. If there's something that's not taught, I think even in schools anymore, is critical thinking. And it never really makes sense to me, because I mean, those are the minds, we are shaping the minds of tomorrow. So
Yeah.
then,
They need to be able to think critically, right? And like normally, but you know, if you sit and you think, okay, if I did this to this person, would that also hurt me in a way? So those are things that they teach you in critical thinking, bro. Because I don't know, I can explain this shit, bro.
it's just crazy.
But it's just crazy.
On the Tutsi minority. Neighbours killed neighbours. Hutu priests and nuns killed Tutsis sheltering in their churches. Husbands even killed their Tutsi wives.
Yeah.
In a little over
Just imagine.
Your husband.
This is and guys, this is all in the history. You should go, like, obviously for the old elderly people, they probably know, I would assume. But like for the guys like your 2000 stuff, guys, go educate yourself about African history. And then there's always gems in history. Why? Because we can avoid or foresee something that's, because history is repetitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can pick up, and even if some parts of it aren't, but we can sort of like pick up similarities and maybe avoid certain situations. Hence, it's very important to know of self. So, I mean, when we talk about self, Africa as a whole makes me one individual. Like, yes, I'm Congolese, but then before that, I am African. And for me to even call myself Congolese, then you need to understand what is the Berlin Conference. For some of you guys don't know, 1844, I believe, or something along, right? So the Berlin Conference, that's where they carved Africa into different, but then again, story for another day. So those are the most important things, guys, that we need to self-educate, especially for the young ones.
Yeah, you actually need to know the story. Yeah.
3 months, at least 800,000 Tutsis and moderate Hutus were murdered.
that's how innocent people were imprisoned and executed in Salem, Massachusetts under the witch trials. That's how Jewish people were subjected to.
Yeah, I think we can stop it there because the rest of the time she's going to talk. So, I mean, I would like to get your thoughts, right?
My thought on this.
Yeah, like what do you think is the moral of the story?
Moral of the story is
Yeah,
that.
because it's nothing really.
Well, for me, it's like these people fought on Reconciliation Day, bruh. And I feel like we, as a people, and now I'm talking to what I think personally.
Yeah, it's your opinion.
As a people, we need to be able to, just like you said, to have critical thinking and not always think about emotions. You know, sometimes just think about it, because this could be very much avoided. And I've had friends who've also been in some situations whereby we could have avoided this. I've also been in some situations whereby I know I could have avoided this, but if only I thought about this before. All they could have done, but they tell you not to be in there. Take your shisha, go out, bro, and go probably somewhere else you can smoke your shisha and you enjoy your day, bro. Because now you're waking up in the morning, now you have court case, you have this, and
So
I personally don't agree with such behaviors, bro. I'm more into I'm a diplomat, bro. I like to let's talk it out. If we can't disagree, let's talk it out. If we agree, we agree. If we disagree, then it's fine, bro. You're free to have your own thoughts, which is alright.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
You covered quite a number. I think, well, for me, something that I think I picked up is the fact that she started with a question, and then she gave multiple scenarios that sort of like were screaming out a certain sentiment that are human beings capable of thinking, and you know, somebody tells you something, it's at your discretion to be like, how can one person tell 100,000 people go kill your cousins, because they are not the same tribe as you, or whatever. You know what I mean? Why would you go into a premise where there are rules and regulations and you up to not to, and then you still think that you're right?
No, that's not you. There's no way you can think you're
you know
right,
what I mean?
bro. But also, there's also a thing called a mass, right? You know when you do something in a lot of people. But hear me out. Let me finish,
right? Let me finish. My thing is, it's not even about that. The fact that you are able, there's no way I'm going to do something when I'm alone. I'm not doing something I'm alone, but now because I'm in the midst of people.
Okay, so let's talk about critical thinking. Just like you said, you need to be able to do critical thinking. Remember, there's a video of this guy where he was in a room and 20 people told him this was green, but he clearly could see this is blue. He knows it's blue,
yes.
But because everybody said green,
it was an experiment.
Accepting it's green. So moral of the story to where I'm going with it. Listen, right? A lot of people, they do certain things in a mass because. Now, I'm not talking about in those situations, but most situations, a lot of people do things in a mass because everybody's doing it. And then when you sit down and you think by yourself, then you're like, oh shit, I don't fucked up. I don't fucked up. So it's also part of critical thinking. If everybody's doing something normally, but we're social beings, but forget that science still applies to us. You want to do shit that everybody does. Understand? So you need to sit by yourself and decide that.
I disagree.
Why?
It's just being carelessness. You can't say you're gonna do something because you're in the herd, and that gives you the capacity to. That gives you the capacity to. I don't.
But I feel like you're getting it wrong. I'm not saying that what they do is that what you do when you're in the herd. You understand? But a herd tend to influence a human way of thinking. Because bro, somebody will tell you it's better to die too than die by himself. You understand? Why do you feel like that? Because you feel good when you're in a herd, and it's up to you now as a human being to think and decide. Okay, cool. Is what you are doing
which is the point.
Circle.
Exactly, which
right.
is the no. But you see, that's you are not even listening. My thing is that the bare minimum. Human with the capacity to divulge whatever is being. That's the thing. It has nothing to do with everything.
But that's for you, who's being pretty much educated and to have the ability to think like that. But bro, a lot of people, bro, if you don't have information, you're misinformed, and the herd is acting in a herd. You are gonna act because you're misinformed. But if you're informed, you'll be like, what the fuck is everybody doing? And I'm gonna sit out of this.
But anyway, guys. Share your thoughts, like, comment, and subscribe. This for me, I think, was a very interesting one.
Yeah, this was-
sparked up one or two things, but even though you didn't let me finish my point, you kept on interjecting.
Nah, let me finish your point, bro.
And again, yeah, those are just my thoughts. I think, yeah, this was an interesting one. So guys, let's self-educate, right?
Yeah.
Let's
Let's
use
read.
again, going back to the basic, use what's inside here.
And don't be influenced easily.
Yeah,
Simple as that.
herd mentality is not the one. Yeah.
What up, YouTube?
Yes,
Guess who's back?
Hey, yo, it's your boy Haitian the crib.
And your boy Zoo.
Mar, emphasis on the Mar.
nigga.
Stop playing with me, bro.
Stop playing with it.
I bet.